Give him some advice on what he should be doing, what you want to see more of, how you want to double his followers, subscribers. What does he got to be doing?
Well, I want to get him out there more. I just want to say hey to everybody. Realize that we might have been on and then off again, but we are now back live streaming. So if you're just joining us, welcome to the channel. We're so glad that you guys are here joining us on the Media Circus. Muskie, Pike, and Mike. So he's so new. I wanted to share him because he's really inspiring with his story of
Right.
how he got where he is. An unfortunate accident, but turned it around and is now starting this channel, sharing his love of fishing, whether it's pike or muskie or whatever it is.
What do you want to hear more of? This is the critique section.
I want to hear more of his story. I love that he's doing shorts. I just want to get him promoted out there. I want everyone to go follow him because he's super cool. And I want to interview him. So I want to connect with him for sure.
Well, we can definitely tag him in our CO so he sees us.
Yes. So we will definitely do that. He's on my list for
like 45 names.
For the weed line.
Oh, all right. For the weed line. I actually made a line of weed plants in honor of the weed line.
Oh, I love it. That's perfect.
He's that big. That's huge. I think that's what he should write more of for clickbait.
Yeah.
I would like to see him not put all caps and everything. Good Lord.
Yeah. He does use a lot of caps. Please subscribe. He's got a few views on things. I mean, he's starting to rack up some views.
Again, what do you want to see more of? What does he got to do more of? I want to hear the critiques. Give him your best shot.
I would like to see a little more consistency. He can replace thumbnails. So I would like to see like the one that says new drop 2022 that was just on the screen that you're now scrolling out of. All new 2022. I think it's that one, yeah, on the right-hand side there. It needs a better thumbnail that's easier to read. But I'm trying to scroll down on your screen and that doesn't work.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Yeah, I agree. I think he could use some better thumbnails. I like his wording, but I think like, yeah, I agree. He could stand to have some better thumbnails.
I'm not casting it. Oh, I am casting on your channel. I wish to push the wrong button, Jesse. We're having issues with our streaming this morning.
We are.
So, and we were not streaming anywhere for the first 5-10 minutes.
Oh, I did notice it looked to be some like issues with something, but I was unsure.
So then I was adding channels and I just clicked on some of them, and apparently I must have clicked on. And then we just lost him. So he left, but that's okay. So he's having some issues. I'm glad I'm still here and we haven't lost our stream. It seems like we're losing a few things. I'm going to try to reconnect us to. We're popping out. There's something off in the universe. Yes, I hear you.
Yeah,
it keeps giving me errors.
I just want to refresh. Yeah, it doesn't like to switch midstream. So, we may have to just roll with it like it is now, to be honest, because it doesn't like to switch while we're in the middle of a stream. So apologies, Jesse. I was like, what's going on? Yeah, it's true. Sorry about that, y'all. Looks like we're popping up in more places. Thanks for doing that, Bree. Didn't even see that. We just jumped. The one day that we jumped straight into content, of course, it would be the day where nothing's bleeping working.
Yep. So we are live on our NumoSpect channel. I'm just double checking. Thanks, Jesse. I just want to make sure. And yeah, your name's not Bree, but I wanted to make sure I was trying to get us at least some places. So change my name.
Slight intermission. Please enjoy this short video break while we get our shit together. Thank you for being patient with us. And thank you for joining us. We really do appreciate your support and apologize for our mental glitch and error. We're going to take a 1-minute break to click our buttons, and we will BRB, as they say, well, maybe 30 seconds.
We just did a BRB. That was cool.
Yeah, I thought maybe we both needed to just reset for 30 seconds. I needed to change my name. I know you're clicking buttons, and I wanted to take just a hair of pressure off while we fix that. Sorry, everyone, for being so out of whack today. That being said, it is Tuesday, and Tuesday is a day where I give everyone permission to do whatever they want. I'm just kidding. But jumping right back to it. Can we jump right back to it?
Yeah.
Can it be my turn?
It's definitely your turn.
All right. I want to review a different form of content, and you're going to be shocked that I am showing a book.
Yes, I am.
I am this close to finishing it. I wanted to finish it before the show. I was reading like a banshee, which, again, doesn't really ever happen. But I've pumped through like 90% of this book in the last week. It's a book that I picked up. I want to show it a little bit closer for y'all. It's a book that I picked up at Comic-Con last year.
Oh, okay.
So I got a free pass to Comic-Con. I was very overwhelmed, and I went to the first booth that had no one at it because I don't want to be part of the crowd. I want to be the whole crowd. And it was this gentleman and his son, and they had a whole booth set up around this book that he published. And the only reason he got to set up his table is because his company had like a lifetime in with Comic-Con, but didn't have anything to do there. So they let him have a table, which was sweet. And he had all this merch for this book. And it's been a good book, I'll tell you. It's been all right. I was skeptical for the first 10 or 15 pages, as I am with most books, because I don't like to read, and I have no patience. But it's called The Intergalactic Space Force, and it's by Chad Robert Morgan. I love that he went with the 3 names because John Michael Montgomery, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, all of the most handsome men go with 3 names.
So do like murderers, but that's okay.
Well, yeah. So I want to tell you a little bit about Intergalactic Space Force, and I want to tell you why you should read it, because it's a good read. But I want to read the back to you because it's funny as hell. Intergalactic Space Force. And I asked them what the book was about because I'm like, I'm not going to buy your book unless you tell me what it's about.
Right.
And the kid, by the way, the kid was pitching me. He was like 11 years old. And I think he maybe, anyway, it doesn't matter what maybe. He was a good pitcher. It says, like the Space Force, but more bigly. So do you know what that's a reference to?
No.
Do you know who started the United States Space Force?
No.
The man being indicted this week did.
Oh, okay.
The Trump man did. So Chad wrote, like the Space Force, but more bigly. Because it's the Intergalactic Space Force, right? And then it says underneath it, warning, this book contains raunchy humor and should not be read by those offended by, and then he proceeds to tell us who shouldn't read it. If you're offended by accidental exhibitionism, mechanophilia, suicidal robots, militant feminists, politics, and the music of Kenny G. So I'll read you the entire back page in one. So the title of the book is The Intergalactic Space Force, and it's like the Space Force, but more bigly. Warning, this book contains raunchy humor and should not be read by those offended by accidental exhibitionism, mechanophilia, suicidal robots, militant feminists, politics, and the music of Kenny G.
Poor Kenny G. He somehow was always included in those jokes.
What's that?
Poor Kenny G. It just seems to be the butt of a joke.
Oh, they actually make him a hero.
Let's see if this gets his attention, Scoob.
Definitely the hero of this book. And both Chad Robert Morgan and his son Alex signed the book for me.
Nice.
Because I was like, this little guy's got to sign my book because he was pitching me hard. I didn't realize that it was a little raunchy, which makes the fact that his kid was there a lot funnier.
How old is this kid?
The book is dedicated in the beginning, and it says, for all the enlisted men and women of the U.S. Armed Forces, past, present, and future. I forgot about the first page. Are you ready? I want to give you one more reason to read this because it's funny. Okay. So to open the book, he's got this like sort of intro page. with a couple of quotes to help set the mood for the book. And it's clear that he likes to pick on the Donald. But he starts with a quote from JFK. "We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do other hard things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard." John F. Kennedy, 35th President of the U.S., Planet Earth, September 12, 19. And now we have another quote, and it says, "We may even have a Space Force develop another one. Space Force. We have the Air Force, we'll have the Space Force. We have the Army, the Navy, you know." I was saying that the other day because we're doing a tremendous amount of work in space. I said, maybe we need a new force. We'll call it the Space Force. And I was really not serious. And then I said, what a great idea. Maybe we'll do that. I could happen. Donald J. Trump, 35th President of the United States, Planet Earth, March 13th, 2018. And I think he's just trying to contrast the level of intention that went into both of those quotes. Just keep it light. But it's a book. It follows two main characters, Tipper and Fish. It's your really typical love story. He uses a lot of political names. Tipper, of course, is Tipper Gore. I don't know who Fish is supposed to be a riff on. He's got Clintons in there. He's got Johnsons in there. He's got all sorts of just sort of jabs at different politicians, and I thought it was pretty fun overall. And the main people are the Femen Supreme.
Okay.
Are the inner, so it ends up being like this war between the Intergalactic Space Force and the Femen.
What's your critique? Are you doing a critique on it, or are you just sharing it?
Oh, yeah, the critique is definitely. Let's see. Main critique here. Towards the end, he starts slacking. I would say like the last fifth or sixth of the book, he starts to like let loose on his theme, and he starts using more commonplace today words. Whereas in the other parts of the book, he makes it a point to create the environment of the future. And I think he kind of let up on his environmental creation towards the end. And I would have liked to see him hold through. And it gets a little tacky at the end when he's trying to wrap everything up. But it's a silly book. But I really did enjoy reading it. Like, I was able to see the ships. He did a great job painting a picture the whole time. Yeah, and the only thing is, it definitely needs to become a series now. It would make a great cartoon-based series. Absolutely. You're up.
I gave you the link. It's in the chat.
Gracias. This is what is the link for? Oh, is this what we're looking at next?
Yes, it is.
All right. You want me to pull it up then?
Yes, please.
Oh, geez. I hadn't even looked at the screen. Y'all are funny. All right.
I know you didn't.
Window. Let me know if you can see it.
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, so let me have it.
So this is the newest episode from Scoob and one of his coaching sessions with some guy named Trevor. That just came out today that I've been retweeting this morning. And Amy's listened to it, and so she loved it. And so there it is. I don't know how he toned it down to 49 minutes because I have a feeling it was probably more like 2 hours that you guys talked.
He cut out the part where I coached him back at the end, probably.
Whoa, never-ending tunnel in oblivion.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it was a good session. It was good times.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I can't wait to listen. Kind of.
So this just came out today, and I wanted to give it some props. And yeah, I haven't listened to it yet. I've been doing work all morning, but I'm going to listen because I think it'll be highly entertaining for me because I know you so well. Oh, it's in there. He cut it short because of an interview. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Should we pop into the middle of it somewhere?
Yeah, let's.
Actually, I don't think I can because I don't have the sound situation turned on. So y'all have to go find it yourselves. Haha. I am curious if he used the video though, or if this was just the behind the scenes. Yeah, this is just Scoob's behind the scenes shot. is an awkward place for that screen to freeze, though. We're gonna just move right on. his website is sick, though. He's done a
Yeah.
great job with his website.
He has.
I would say I have I'll just throw a critique in for Scoob since we're talking about it. I think Scoob needs to update his background on his wall. Not because I don't like what his daughter made. I just want it to be like more, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I want it to pop a little bit. And that would be my main critique for Scoob is the visual. I want him to continue to work the visual elements of his shows because he is a very interactive guy.
Yeah.
So I can see him like talking with his hands. I can see him moving around, maybe even standing up. I'd like to see him do some walking interviews and just like get moving a little bit because he's got so much to offer and he's a performer. So I'd love to see him continue to like work his performance a little bit.
Perfect.
That's the best I got. What do you got for him?
I really like it. I love how he has a lot of different things on there. So must listen interviews. I think that was smart. Recent episodes. But what I do really like is he definitely has all his stuff on here where he asks for, feedback. He apparently has a newsletter that I was not aware of. How did I not know he had a newsletter?
Because he doesn't have our email in his email list, I guess.
Yeah, I guess we don't. We haven't. I'll have to sign up for that. He's got a GoFundMe and a Patreon and a PayPal and a Buy Me a Coffee. So a lot of ways to support him. And he's of course retweeted Pat Flynn because that doesn't surprise me at all. He's got blog posts. I mean, he's doing so many things. I'm really impressed with it. And he's got reviews on there.
His website is so good.
Yeah.
Like it's a little busy for what I would personally want for myself, but that's because I'm so distractible. So I would get distracted by my own website. And the truth is if I was managing his website or one like his, I would get overwhelmed by trying to keep it updated. But that's because I'm not good at updating things. But I really love that it has everything on it. Like everything he's got is here.
Yeah. I would like to see, it says about the host on the main page. And then if you go to the about the host, just on the main page, the landing page. I don't know which is the landing page. It's the first page we were on.
So I think he needs to add a homepage button.
Yep.
Okay, so we're here.
But if you scroll down it's below the recent blog post, so it's down a little ways. You have to kind of search for it.
No.
Keep going.
Oh, I just want to make sure I get this in here while we're talking about it. So I get his newsletter. Boom.
Okay, keep going down. Right below that. Oh, you went right by it. See? What are we missing here?
I mean, I'm not going to say anything because we don't even have this part. But yeah, I agree. I also think it wouldn't be bad. I like that he's got this down here.
I really like that too.
Like the video first piece, like all about that video first piece. I love that it's piped in from YouTube because that's going to draw people back to his YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Which we're streaming on right now.
Which apparently I haven't subscribed to on the NumoSpect one. I definitely am with my personal one, but my bad. Yeah. Let's make sure we get all the notifications.
There we go.
This is not high enough. So literally everyone who's watching this needs to go and follow his page immediately. Uh-oh.
I'm going to go
Bree, can you turn off the screen share for me, please?
No.
Let me know when you're good. Yeah, you can. You just got to hit the little blue dial. Because if I go back to I don't know. If I go back to the restream, it's going to, thank you, send us into the vacuum.
Well, I was not subscribing. I have like 4 different ones I can go subscribe on too. So I'm bump that up right away.
Yeah, Scoob, we're sorry that we didn't do a better job with that. That's our bad.
What the hell?
And we're going to make sure we fix that ASAP Rocky like yesterday. So just go ahead and subscribe to the Scooby-Dooby-Doo. DJ Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Yep.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. I was talking about Scooby-Doo with David Green yesterday.
Were you really?
Yeah, we were talking about.
I like that.
He doesn't like the remake. So I would love to hear Scoop's take on the remake of it.
Oh, okay.
Because David Green was not a big fan.
And who's David Green?
David Green is our friend who has created the Levantantes.
Levantantes?
Yeah, the cartoon with is it Hispanic characters? I think they're like mixed race superheroes, basically.
Yes.
And we love that dude. He's super cool. But yeah, he was saying he didn't like the new Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Scoop, who do you got for us content-wise? We have all of a sudden 5 people watching, which is really sweet, but I want to know, who do y'all want us to go review online? What content creator should we go on and just get on their case? Not Pat Flynn. I've already done Pat Flynn before. And he's got good content. There's no arguing with Pat Flynn's marketing techniques. That would be silly of me. You know who we could check out, who's done a really fantastic job, who we could probably all take some pointers from, is what's that?
EDB.
Oh, we could, but I think EDB is like a really niche market and is also an attorney.
And so if we do something wrong, she'll come after us.
Yeah. But what I would like to strongly recommend, it's not all good, Scoob. It's not all good. Don't give us a free pass on that. We didn't earn that free pass. We need to subscribe to your stuff. And if we're not, then you should yell at us. And if we're not listening to your stuff, like sometimes we don't, and we fail to be on top of that, you should absolutely get on our shit because we're your friends and you're allowed to.
Yes.
This is my cousin Meredith. Meredith Marsh. I've been watching more her videos as well lately because I've been a bad friend to her. She got almost 75,000. That's what we're supposed to say. 75,000 subscribers. So it's not just me that thinks she's pretty good at what she does.
75K.
But she has really, really good advice for regular people like us. And sometimes I think the last couple of weeks she's been creating videos specifically aimed at me because the titles seem to be aimed at me, like how to keep going when no one else is doing.
When everyone else is doing better than you. No one's seen that. We need to watch that one.
Okay, so we'll watch that one. And then this one was really I didn't mean to click it, but this one was really, really good for me. All of these on-camera habits that are costing you subscribers. This was an amazing video. I would say it's probably the most dense 10 minutes of content that I've watched recently in terms of how much it helped me with my video.
Well, you only watched 8 minutes of it, so.
Well, I
That's
get
probably why it
distracted.
felt condensed.
I got 10 minutes into Robin's thing. I've gotten 10 minutes into Amy's things. Like I get 10 minutes and I'm like, I get antsy or somebody calls me. I do my best to consume a lot of content from a lot of people.
Yes.
But this video was really, really good. Meredith focuses a lot on helping people, but I have noticed like a little bit of a downtick in, it seems like, the amount of engagement she's getting on her videos. And I'm curious what her version is of why that is, because her content is really good. You see like this, oh my God, this one's got 500 views. Shorts, this is one that was really helpful to me, like was all over that one.
Yep.
I don't watch every single one. She creates a lot of content, and I'm telling, like someone like Scoob and Amy and Robin, like our people will absolutely love her content because it is meant for us. So definitely follow Meredith. Critique wise for Meredith, I would honestly love to see her, I don't know, be on a TV show. I would love to see her expand beyond YouTube a little bit. I know YouTube pays her, so it's not like cut it out. But I think her message is like so broadly applicable, like even in podcasts and stuff like that. So I would love to see her face more in podcasting.
Agreed.
Because I think a lot of us could learn a lot from her. I think she would be super validated by a new group of people. But I got nothing but love for what she puts out because it's all in service of us. Like it's literally who it's meant for. Yeah, so I got on that.
That's fantastic.
Okay, so
is it my turn again?
Let's get rid of that. Yes, ma'am, it is. Right. You are up.
Look, let me look.
I just got ChatGPT.
Yes, I was waiting for you to.
ugh. If you need a better version, here's what I'll say about it. If you need to make a human connection with what ChatGPT is giving you, call me up. Because I think ChatGPT is a fine start, but it will never help you connect with humans other than how it works the algorithm. It will absolutely help you with algorithm-based stuff, but it won't necessarily, actually won't, not necessarily, it won't, period, help you connect with human beings, because it's not meant to do that. It's like, it's not built to connect with people, because it's not people. It doesn't know your crowd. You can put in logistics about the type of demographics they are, but it's never going to be able to connect with Bree. It's never going to be able to connect with Amy. It's never going to be able to connect with Esprit. Like, these are specific human beings that you're trying to connect with. So I would say not to take it with a grain of salt, but never just roll with what it creates for you, because it's going to miss the human element almost every time. Like, I can tell when somebody uses it or when somebody's trying to take its cues, because I can tell they're trying to play the algorithm and not connect with a person. Which makes me happy, because it means I still have a job.
It's true.
What do you got for us?
Well, I'm stuck between two of them that I'm trying to decide which one I want to.
Well, pull them up. Pull them on up, Bree.
Well,
It's so windy here all of a sudden. What the fuck?
I kind of like this one because it's the same but different. Because I think there's some interesting things on it that I would like to know why it's different, why the numbers are so different. And then there's another friend of ours that has a channel that I think has, like, he's been working hard on it, and I'm not sure why it's not hitting more. So
we don't need to talk about hard on, but you could just bring it up.
Okay.
No hard ons though.
Didn't say that.
Yeah, you did. I just want to shout out Scoob for sending this, because that is exactly how I feel about it as well. As I think it can be great for show notes and help save time with things like that. Structurally, I think it's a brilliant tool.
Mm-hmm.
Just, take it for what it is.
It helps when I'm stuck.
Shout out. Yeah, shout out with, speaking of show notes, shout out to our CO friend, Amy Montgomery, who, if Scoob, if you go into our, not the most recent one, but all the rest of the fuzzy logics, we had a friend of ours, Amy Montgomery, do some work with our CO, and she crushed the note section of our YouTube videos, and forever gave us a template, and I'm forever indebted, and we forever need to prop her up more and get. I think, Scoob, that you would 100,000% love a conversation with Amy Montgomery. She would be a perfect fit for your show.
Mm-hmm.
She is scattered and brilliant, and the structure of your show would be so good. Like, it would produce great content with her. So I'll get you in touch with her. And also, everybody who's in this type of place, we're thinking about you. We know the weather's been crazy in a lot of places with blizzards and tornadoes and floods. Oh my. And here I sit complaining that it's a little chilly here in San Diego, but it's going to be 77 this weekend. So no complaints there. Let us know how we can help. Let us know how it's going, Scoob. If a tornado comes, please shoot content.
Oh my God.
Go live, man.
Do it all. We buy it by a local station and they'll pay you lots of money for it. Yeah.
Nah, dude. Just have your own. Own your life.
At a safe distance, Scoob, at a safe distance, please. Oh my goodness.
I would like to talk to you and Scoob, but maybe Scoob more so, because y'all don't get tornadoes up there, do you?
Oh, hell yeah, we do.
I would like to talk to some people who do tornado stuff, because Laura and I don't understand that, and my family doesn't understand that, but I would like to understand the type of like when you see a tornado warning, it's not the same, I would imagine, as when like I see a high wind warning, or back home when there's a lightning warning or a snow warning. I would like to know like what your reactions are to it, but I would like to do a whole segment on it, because it's affected and impacted so many people this year and over the course of history, and it's something that I can't relate to, which means I desperately want to know more. Do you want me to pull up this page you sent me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, that's a great call on that.
Thank you. Yeah, we get it just depends on the tornado. So, and this is the scary thing, because I've seen that most of the tornadoes are headed towards people at night tonight. And that's really, really scary because it's dark, so you can't see and you can't really, it just puts you in a different, it's scary. It's just a lot scarier at night. And you may not be awake to hear everything. So you have to be really paying attention to everything. So yeah, it's scary. So I'm wishing everybody well. We're just going to get snow and rain and crud, but no tornadoes up in this way. They're going to be south of us. Iowa's getting really nailed with tornadoes. I saw it was going to be Iowa, Illinois, and Missouri were going to be the path of the worst of it. So wishing them all like stay safe and stay alert, I guess.
Yeah, and have your plan ready. You know, I heard a lady from the last round of tornadoes who said like she heard the alarm go off kind of in the middle of the night. Husband said it's coming, like get the baby. She jumped on top of her baby as their house like tried to get blown away and was able to save her and her husband and her baby. But
yeah, like it's scary.
Yeah. I mean, there's just so many ways. This is kind of shitty to say, but there's a lot of ways we can die. Tornado seems like one of the scarier ones in the same way that like a car accident is, because, you know, like my grandparents got the best version of it, I think. Like they got to basically pass away with each other by each other's side. Yeah. And that's what most of us hope for, but not a lot of us get.
Not many of us get. Yeah. Yeah. I saw a tornado where there was actually a recent from just last week where there was a car in it when it was at night and you could see the headlights of the car in the tornado. It was just insane.
Yeah, that's too scary for me. That's a nightmare, that shit.
So this is our friend Victor Mendoza, comedy.
All right, let's go in on Vic, because Vic creates. He's actually doing okay. Like I don't want to like go too tough on Victor.
So when we first met Victor, he had 5 videos out. Remember, 5.
Okay.
So
I don't remember that. It's been a while.
Oh, okay.
I like his thumbnails. Like his thumbnails are solid.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think he had just started, to be honest with you. I can't remember. I can look and see when his date was, but I don't think he's been doing this for very long.
His titles are good. I like that he's getting more expressive. However, I need to watch his videos. I think he is starting to back that up. Like when we met him, he was kind of monotone in his delivery, and I thought that it sort of undercut his goals. But I think like based on this type of stuff, I see that he's getting a little more, he's emoting more, which is probably pretty important for.
He's doing reaction things. He's doing like, he does a lot of gaming things, which I think is funny. All kinds, TikTok. He does all kinds of stuff. But yeah, he had 5 videos out when we met him. He had started his channel 5 months ago, which was right around the time that he had just come on the show. And he's been pretty consistently putting out. He's got 125 videos now, so that's impressive. And he does those, and he does a lot of shorts. So if you get a chance,
his shorts are crushing.
Yeah, I mean, his shorts are really good.
They're very consistent. 1,500 people.
Yep.
We should all be so lucky as to have that. You know, good for him.
So he's doing a really great job. I just wanted to give him a shout out. I really like it. It's come a long way. I would like to see a little bit more kind of color in his. He uses a lot of white in his lettering, and I would love, if you go to the videos, I would like to see a little less white on the screen, and that could be yellow possibly, or it's just a lot. I would say that would stand out a little bit more. That would be my only critique.
I would like to see him do some multiple people. You know, that's something we also could take from Mr. Beast, is like every single rollover has multiple people in it, which is something we can all do a better job on, because that makes it feel more relatable. Makes perfect sense. It's not like that's psychology 101, not 106. So I would like to see him though have like a partner in crime on. I think that would be super cool for him to riff a little bit. And maybe invite some of the people. I think he's got some really consistent supporters. So it would be cool to see him invite somebody on with him and have a little engagement and have a little interaction. He seems like somebody who would be down to experiment with pretty much anything related to comedy. So keep pushing the boundaries, though. I mean, I see where he's pushing the boundaries. Very few videos are the same as the last. So follow Vic.
Yep.
Follow Victor Mendoza. Yeah.
I'm popping links in like crazy in the chat.
Oh, thanks.
Just not writing a lot about it, but just putting a lot of the people that we have reviewed and talked about today are in the chat. I did not get Jimmy on there, but I can. Oh my God, it was me making a noise with my hand.
That's okay. You can find Jimmy. Jimmy's not too tough to find.
Yeah.
If there's anybody who is findable, it is Mr. Beast. Yeah. What if I like today? I mean, selfishly, I created the concept for today, so it's just me. But what did you think about it?
It was great. I liked it. I had a good time with it. It's fun to see what people are doing. Give them a shout out. Do whatever we can to get them out there and share all their good stuff.
Yeah, and it sort of fits the theme of the week, which is not just within our group, because I think it's true in a lot of places where there's more and more review videos, which you could look at as good or bad. I look at it as effective. I look at it as helpful, because as a creator, if I'm reviewing other people's videos, not only does it help give them some visibility in my group, but it also helps me learn from them. So I think there's really not a downside to doing more review videos. I think there's really not a downside to exploring and shouting other people out, even if they're in the same area as you. I think it's a good idea. So just as like it is an intellectual activity, I think it's a pretty good call. But then I think it sort of feeds in with what we're hoping for Fuzzy, right?
Fuzzy. Yeah, I think it does. It'll tap into this week's topic, as well as we talk about the differences and things that go from journalism into opinion pieces and walking a tight line, and how, what do you got on there? You trying to show off a shirt? Ask a Web Geek. Who's that?
Shout out CJ Gilbert. Ooh, there's my pen. I was looking for that guy.
There you go.
CJ Gilbert is Ask a Web Geek. He is custom made for parents everywhere. Truly. And kids. He's very family friendly, but he does a lot of IT help. He sent me this cool shirt, and I'm always trying to find an excuse to wear it on the right day so I can show it off. But Ask a Web Geek is a service, a program, a man, a family that is CJ Gilbert. And I think we have his...
We do have his QR code. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we can pop that up real fast.
Do you want me to find it?
No, there we go. Got it. So CJ Gilbert is a friend of the show, a friend of mine, a friend of ours, a friend of EE. But most importantly, he's a really helpful person when it comes to understanding technology, understanding scams. He's really big on helping people avoid scams. So strongly advise everybody checks out CJ Gilbert. Like, there's just nobody who wouldn't benefit from knowing him and following him, in my opinion. Like, he speaks to a very broad audience. Yeah, and a different day we can get on his stuff. We should have today, but that's okay. He needs his own segment anyways, to be honest. But yeah, as we wrap up Fuzzy Logic this week, we're going to be talking about about remixes, about reviews, and we've talked about third-hand reporting. That was a couple weeks ago, and so we're going to take that to the next level. Is what happens when we hit the remix button? What happens when we screen share? Where do we go from let's just say an acceptable thing to a not acceptable thing? And then, of course, we have our questions. Is it legal? Is it ethical? That is it right or wrong? And what are the societal implications to us just copy pasting? Because it is a little bit copy pasty feeling. So we'll be poking the bear, as always, with Elsie and Gordon on the rights and wrongs, the goods and bads, the legals and illegals of the remix concept. So we're going to be remixing things on Friday. We hope you join us. Tomorrow is also Creator Lab. Bree, what do we have coming up for tomorrow in the big lab?
We're going to be talking about how to be a speaker at an event and how to give a speech. It's going to be what different ways. We just came out of Podfest Global. We saw a lot of different topics. I still have to get permission from the right people, but I'm going to, at least at tomorrow's Creator Lab, I'd like to show a little bit of some things that happened at Podfest last week, and some different approaches to podcast speaking at events, and conventions and those sorts of things. If that's up your alley and you want to learn a little bit more about it, it can also just enhance how you do your podcasting or how you create content, because there's different approaches. And I saw a lot of things that really like just nailed it, and they're all over the place. For like it was they weren't over the place with their message, but they ranged from different approaches. And I think it's interesting to see what hat you'd want to wear for that event. Oh my goodness, we're just changing all over the place here. So yeah, that's what we'll be talking about tomorrow. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll be learning some things. I have a very full docket for that, so I hope everybody gets a lot of valuable information from it.
Yeah, and if you're not a part of Creator Lab, do it. We'll let you in for free for a couple weeks, and if you hate it, you can find your way right back out. And if you love it, then you can stay. And if you love it and don't want to pay, then let us know. Like, we're pretty flexible human beings, but it is a service. It is our job. This is what we do for a living. Bree and I live and breathe Creator Lab. We live and breathe show creation. We live and breathe independent creators and independent media, and trying to push the conversation forward and help people out. So anytime you share our stuff with a friend or try to include them in our world, it means not only an awful lot to us as your friends and as people, but it also means a lot to our bottom line, because we have one of those too. This is, again, all that we do every single day.
8 days a week, 740 hours a day.
Yeah, if we're not doing it, then we're thinking about it. So we really, really, really cannot say thank you enough times, but we will continue to say thank you. We will continue to push gratitude warfare. We will continue to thank the out of everyone. So that being said, thank you first and foremost, of course, to my moms, who are almost always here, and my dads, who support the hell out of me. Cannot thank my parents enough. I get to where I get because of them. To my cousin Chris for keeping me together, from my buddy Antonio and my buddy Chris, other Chris. For my inner circle that has kept me together for so long and made stuff like this so exciting and so fun, and to getting a chance to shoot in my garden, I'm really, really grateful. So thank you to my grandparents for inspiring so much of what I do, and so much of the kind heart that I can ever have is really a result of the people that raised me, and the mentors I've had. So thank you to everyone who's been a part of that. Bree, of course, indefinite thanks to you for organization, for creation, for guidance, for being an executive producer, for chasing dreams with me, for making dreams with me, for making dreams with Tamara, for making dreams with Amy, for making dreams with Scoob, and for Fuzzy Logic. Like, you make so many things in my world and the world around you come true because of your dedication and your loyalty and your tenacity. You are an incredible human, and I am forever grateful for you. I look forward to seeing everybody at 10:30 tomorrow. I'll let you have the comms.
Oh, thank you. Well, a big thank you to everybody that checked us out today and came in, hung out with us a little bit. We really appreciate it. We love it when you guys are here and you're sharing. Congratulations on an amazing episode, Jesse. I can't wait to listen. So if you haven't listened to Undiscovered Entrepreneur, make sure you do it. Trevor is the guest on it this week, and it's going to be a great coaching session to listen in on. I'm looking forward to that. So check it out. I know Amy's dropping an episode today as well. CJ over at Gilbert Studios is your guy. He is a web geek, but because the web is a jungle. I think that's what he says. The internet's a jungle. I think that's what it is. I had a lot of fun. I always have such a great time on here. It resets my day. It pushes me forward. It ignites that fire to work harder and push through the rest of my day and get so many things done. And that is thanks to you, Trevor, and I really appreciate it. It's thanks to all the people here. This is a dream job. This is what I love to do. And yes, this is what we do all the time. We'd love to have you in Creator Lab. It's $40 a month. Literally, it is not even a big ask. It is just a way that we can stay doing what we love to do and putting out the content that we love to put out and create and produce, all of those things. We'd love for you to be a part of our world, and we feel like it is a fun place to be if you're a content creator. That being said, I will let you guys all go. We are just hitting the 1 hour mark, and we're glad that you guys were here. Thank you, Trevor, again, for being that solid support system that I need so badly to keep doing what we do, and I really appreciate it. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. Bye. Hit the button, 2.